Have you ever wondered about all the energy that we produce to do our daily activities? How it is obtained? As we know, there has been a debate going on, where scientists are questioning if we are using our natural resources properly in order to produce energy, and most of all, how are we harming the environment by the production of this energy? There are some environmental problems that we experience nowadays, but there are other consequences in the natural world.
Of energy nowadays is one of the most important things we have to do in order to maintain our actual lifestyle, based on the use of electronic devices. But we also have to know where all this energy comes from. Half of the energy that we use in Mexico in 2015, according to the president, comes from a combined cycle process in which a material is burned and using a turbine machine, where the residues of this combustion propel these engines. The extraction of these fuels that are burned is very dangerous to nature, because the people that do this don't care about the damage that they can produce to the habitats of a lot of species that surround that fuel.
If we harm our environment, we are harming our species too, thus affecting the biodiversity. Here's where Vifut enters, a complete generation device that generates electricity by an alternative heat generation energy.
Why we perform a series of experiments about catalytic reaction, where hydrogen peroxides will break into oxygen and water, but this reaction did not give us enough energy to power our project. We will occur using renewable energy, so we decided to use an alternative way to produce heat, bioethanol. This alcohol does not harm the environment and is coming from the organic waste.
Our project is based on an effect called Seebeck effect. It consists of the use of heat and cold to produce electricity. This generation of energy can reduce the petroleum based on the use of fuels by using ethanol, and this is converted into electrical energy.
As said earlier, Vifut is a project that tries to solve a problematic about biodiversity, how production of energy is affecting biodiversity nowadays. And with all the fuels that are extracted from underground, this question is easy to answer. The process has been horrible for our species because we are breaking their habitats, thus altering the ecosystem and leading the species to go extinct. That is how our project is related to biodiversity. So we thought about generating a clean energy that would harm our environment less. We thought first about the materials that our project will need, a place to produce the energy, and the material that is going to help us in order to obtain the electric energy. So we built a box of acrylic rectangular pieces, 4 or 15 x 6 centimeters, and a metal to transfer the heat, stainless steel of 6 x 6 centimeters, and for the cooling plate we used 4 5 x 6 centimeter pieces of acrylic and the other base of 6 x 6 of acrylic. And the main part of the project is a Peltier cell, which produces the energy when its sides are one hot and one cold. To provide the heat necessary, we thought about catalytic reactions, so we decided to do some experiments to comprove our theory about the generation of heat with hydrogen peroxide and yeast. But these experiments showed that we could only generate a very small amount of energy. Then we decided to change our generation of energy method. We're using now bioethanol in order to produce enough energy, approximately 3 volts, to power the project we have in mind to do, but we're still working in it, and we now have only the box to perform the reaction, and it is working, but we have to add some components to make a more secure project, like a heatsink. The situations we experience with this project are also related to the scientific method, where we asked a question about energy generation. We observed how energy generation is harming our environment, investigated how energy is really generated, and stated a hypothesis about what will happen if we use a different type of energy generation method. We designed an experiment with catalytic reactions, and our method was correct, so we returned to state a new hypothesis about heat with fire, and it worked to finally analyze our results. At the moment, we're thinking in Vifut as a project that can be used to generate small amounts of energy in an individual level, but if we prove how Vifut can be an alternative way to generate energy, we will be able to introduce it into a higher social level. I helped to define the project itself and suggested different ideas to develop it. And I think that our advance in the project has been good because we have an idea and we know how to make it possible.
I helped to explain the chemical and physical processes involved in our project, and I think that we are doing a good job because we first analyzed the reaction and then we were finding the reasons of why this occurred, and also because despite of all the problems that we have, we tried to achieve our goal, and finally we got it.
I helped to research how nature is affected by the use and exploitation of the resources, and I think our project is going well because first we have some troubles, but we did not give up. We keep trying, so I think we can do it.
I helped to relate our project in the scientific method and also to establish its parts. And I think the team is doing great because our STEM project is going very well.